Well, good morning. We're heading on over to the shop. We got to get a lot of straw sold. You can see our balance is a little bit over $1 million. We were successful in selling the rest of the barley to Hoot's place to get us over $1 million. Some other things have come in, which are real nice. Got a little bit of money coming in from the pallet plant, as well as we're gonna make a little bit more cash here on selling. Uh-oh, I'm on the wrong side of the river, aren't I? We're gonna make some more cash on selling some whiskey today. Got a couple months worth of it built up, so we'll get the straw sold first and go from there. Been really thinking about this Ken thing over the last month or so, and one thing Bobby did say was Ken had a friend at the ATF, the Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms Bureau, and that makes me a little hesitant to say anything to the authorities. It's just, what's going to happen to me if he has a friend there and he's getting away with this stuff? Like, what business do I have of... I guess what I'm trying to say is the ATF already knows everything Ken does, from what Bobby was telling me, and if they're the ones doing the investigation on this fire and they're in bed with Ken, no wonder they haven't found any evidence or anything to really help us out. So, I don't know. Is it a blessing that they haven't just instantly arrested Bobby because they know what's going on? And Ken can't be the fall guy? Are they in on everything with Ken? It seems bizarre. So, yeah. So, I don't know what we're going to do about that. I've been tempted to confront Ken and tell him that I know. And tell him that I'm done with the investigation. The investigation's run dry, and kind of play a game with Ken of, you know, I know he did it, and I know the investigation shows no proof, so we're gonna drop that. God, I'm scared. I'm scared, but I'm not running. All right, let's get all this straw sold. All right, the last set here being sold. This should put us well over $1.3 million. Well, barely. It'll put us barely over $1.3 million. I don't know why I keep saying well and stuff like that. I'm silly, but $1.3 million. We do have $800,000 worth of a loan still, so I am debating paying that off at this point. I think it would be wise just to get out of debt, and I think that's why the productions haven't really been making us much money. We burnt through all the wood that we tore down to build the distilleries at this point. And I'm kind of debating, you know, just producing enough planks to produce enough wood chips for the distillery moving forward. Just not necessarily a business that I want to stay in with logging, and we'd probably have to buy some more land up here in the mountains at this point, because we're getting close. We're getting close. We got all that left, but still want some tree lines. Still want some tree lines, but that's not really the big topic of the evening, is it? Or the day. I think I have a plan. It's gonna take some time, but I think I have a plan on how to deal with the Ken problem. We have plenty of maple right now. I am gonna go ahead and sell this. Everything else that's being produced, we will let keep being produced. I think we do need to fill that up with water and get that going, because we are gonna run out of maple eventually at the distillery. But right now we're sitting good, so I figured we'd get as much cash as we can in today if we're gonna pay off those loans. And we should be able to just cruise right here, do the same. Might take a little bit longer. Didn't build the best area here to be able to approach this. So we'll get these sold. We'll get back to you. So another 25,000 about there, and let's go pick up just all the whiskey we have right now. So we got all the whiskey that has been produced over the last 2 months. You know, 3,200 bottles of regular whiskey and 5,400 bottles of maple whiskey. We are producing the maple at a little higher rate right now due to the demands from our distributors. And so this is a little bit more than what the distributors are expecting in a 2-month span, which is what this is here. So I'm going to have my logistics team and the sales team start working on a new campaign to possibly find a few more distributors, because this new process, boy, is it working. But let's get this dropped off. And the way we're running this is it's 2 entities, just one dollar amount that we see. But what we come over here, we don't see it is $2 amounts. We don't see the balance of the whiskey business. We see what the whiskey business is paying the farm business. And we're, breaking that up for liability purposes, and it's really helped with taxes and some other things. So it should be about, $90,000 here for all this stuff. And that's a good month, or a good few months for the whiskey business. So now we're at 1.4 million. So between the maple and the whiskey, we just made 100,000. So yeah, about 75,000 in the whiskey. Really nice for 2 months. Yeah, I think I'm going to go give a call to my banker and my financial advisor and have a couple of conversations with them and see if they think we should hold off or pay that loan off now. I also think it's time to give the truck a little bit of a bath. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. For the pressure washer here. Get this thing all rinsed off. Way too much mud on it. No one wants to drive around their F-350 like that. Unless you're showing off that you just went mud bogging or something. All right, it's all clean. Let's go ahead and make that phone call, see what they think. All right, you can see we just spent $812,000, and we are out of debt, and we still have $500,000. Things are looking pretty good. I think at this point, I'm gonna take a little bit of a drive. Oh, I'm probably gonna regret this. I'm gonna ask him if he wants his grass cut, though. Wonder if they've cut it since I have. Just a front, anyways.
Chris, what are you doing here? Are you here to tell me you're leaving town?
Well, quite the opposite, Ken. I'm here to stay, and
What do you mean you're here to stay? I thought I told you to get out of town.
I'm not going anywhere, Ken, and I think you know why.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Chris.
I know everything. I have one question for you. Why didn't you just tell me or ask me if I was willing to work with you on your business and not step on your toes?
What business are you talking about?
I'm talking about your moonshine business. I know all about it. I know all about the grapes you stole, my tractor that I bought, or your tractor I bought that you set me up on. I know about you setting up Bobby to make it look like he was the one that burnt down the distillery. And I know that the ATF's not going to do anything about it because they can't find any good evidence. And, well, honestly, it seems like you're in their pocket. So I don't think that they're going to find anything. And the case is going to run dry. And there's no purpose for me pursuing it or talking to them about it anymore. I'm dropping it. I don't care about the building. I'm going to get insurance money from it. We'll move on with our lives. That's all that has to happen here.
Those are quite the allegations there, Chris. And I hope you lawyer up, because I'm going to sue you for saying these things.
Ken, you're not going to sue me. You sue me, they start looking into you, and it opens up things that you don't want to get opened up. I know these are empty threats. What I came here to say is, what can we do to make this right? I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to accept the fact that I came into your town that you're well established in, but I want to run my business, and I want to run it safely. I want to be out here in Montana like everyone else that loves being here and enjoy nature and enjoy farming and make a little bit of money on the side doing it.
I don't think I can trust you. You're not trustworthy. You're big city folk. I don't trust you.
Why do you think I moved here? I don't want to be in the big city anymore. I moved on from that life. I've learned a lot about farming. You've helped me along the way. I thought you were going to help me more. It started out nice. Just don't understand why you didn't have a conversation with me.
I didn't have a conversation with you because everything I'm doing is illegal. And yes, I have people that help me hide that, but I didn't want anybody else to know about it.
Well, people do know about it, and I haven't gone to the police, haven't done anything, so I think you're safe.
I need to think about this.
All right, well, you think about it. Get back to me.
Well, hold up, Chris. Hold up.
Yes, Ken? What do you got?
What if you pay me the insurance money and we say it's even?
I don't think that's wise. I think that money could be tracked, and people will be wondering why my insurance money went to you. And I think both of us would be in a lot of trouble for that, some insurance fraud. And I have a better idea. Those 2 new fields, what if I give you half the corn?
Half the corn. That sounds like a good deal.
All right, Ken. Well, I'll be back this fall after we harvest that with your half of the corn, and I assume at that point you'll probably tell me where you keep that stuff. All right, nice talking to you, Ken. Well, I hope that settles it, and I think I do have his phone number. Let me call him real quick. I forgot to bring up one thing. All right, well that settles it. So we'll get Bobby on a plane. I'll get a hold of him. We do have a house phone there, so he'll be okay to answer it. If not, the voicemail will be, on a speaker, so he'll be able to hear it if he's sitting in the house. And worst case, I'll fly there and bring him back myself. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to get a hold of Bobby and try to get him back here. We got a couple days before the wheat's ready, and that's gonna be the next big harvest. I think I might look into getting a plow good enough for these 2 fields, because it's been a while since we plowed them, and I definitely think it would be wise to do so this time around. Well, we do have this plow. It's a little small. Yeah, I think what we're gonna do, try to get this backed up nice. We'll get that plow, take it with us to the store, and see what kind of options they have for us. Because that's going to be our best bet, I think, is to get something brand new that's a little bit bigger. So we'll have to get the Landini moved out of the way here. Still holding on to those implements for us. Best way to store it, in my opinion. Landini needs clean, too. Yeesh. Place that right there. Make sure we shut that off. Oh, yeah, it looks tiny on this tractor. All right, let's head back into the store. We'll head back into town, to the store, and we'll see what they have for us. Might make sense to have them take care of a little bit of maintenance for us, too. I know we have a lot of fuel at the house, but I figured we'd fill up here while we can. Wow, $2,000 in fuel. All right, let's see what they have for us today. I think, yeah, I might have them do some maintenance as well. All right, well, that was a little pricey. We did have them do a new paint job on here and all the repairs, and so now we're just under $500,000. I think it was worth it. This thing should run a long time. Let me see what they have for plows now. All right, check out what we just bought. Look at this beauty. A little bit bigger, little Case IH 875. This should do a great job. We got, the teeth here. We got some discs as well. Yeah, let's get the tractor. Let's get this. Let's try this thing out. We'll do the field right by here. Super close. That's why I brought the tractor instead of the truck and the trailer, because I figured we'd just start using this right away. Get it all attached there. Just a tad bit wider than the other one, but definitely fits the scheme we're going with moving forward with this farm. Bigger equipment. And yeah, let's go right here. Go ahead and unfold this bad boy. We'll see how much wider it is than that one we just got rid of. Oh, it is. Lovely. We should have plenty of horsepower to be able to pull this. All right, all unfolded. Lower it down. And yeah, we should get a beautiful plowed state this year. Yeah, this soil definitely needed turned over. The cultivator does a good job. The direct drills do a good job. But every once in a while, it's really nice to turn this over, start fresh with some soil. We'll get the soil sampled as well. And we'll just see about possibly if we need to lime as well this year. But a couple areas it didn't like. We'll have to go over a different direction, or maybe get some tools out here to dig that and flatten the land a little bit better so it's easier to farm on that little section we did miss. But yeah, time to get busy. What I like about this field layout is with guided steering, I'm gonna be able to get to the end here, and it's not lined up perfect, so we'll have to do a little bit of a section afterwards, but we'll be able to just lift here, get back to this section, lower back down, and it goes a little faster, so we'll have to back up, but we'll get down a little good cadence of lifting and raising and lowering this thing. But we can just keep driving straight. And yeah, we'll get that little strip later on, but I can just go back and forth on this huge two-field setup. It's so lovely. Welcome to August. It's time to harvest this wheat. Make sure that we get the swath dropping as well. There we go. Very nice. We got Bobby back. He's relaxing a little bit this morning after his plane came in last night pretty late. So we'll let him sleep in a little bit, but he's going to come in here and he'll take over the harvest once we get everything established and ready for him to take it over. Pretty nice to have Bobby back. I don't know how this is all going to play out with Ken. I do know that we'll probably be giving him one of the fields worth of harvest, and we'll see how that goes. See if peace is finally found in Black Mountain, Montana. Yeah, I don't think that the authorities are going to be much help in this situation. There's, situations where stuff like this happens, and I don't think they're gonna help, and I think the best thing to do is to just move on and see if we can, just keep documenting everything that we're doing and maybe potentially catch Ken slipping. That could be an option, or just hope that this works out and things just, get swept under the rug. And I don't want to go back to prison, so it is a strange line we're flirting with right now, but let's focus on this wheat. We're getting 200 bushels an acre. That should be well more than enough. We will fill up the distillery with wheat, and then after that, we'll sell the rest because we don't want to hold on to more wheat than we need in those productions. We can just get more next year that's fresh. Yeah, this is where we are with the first headland. A little bit left of the first half, so pretty similar to one of the other fields where we're getting close to 2 harvests, 2 combines full of wheat before we get through with the entire headland. So pretty profitable. The yield is dropping a little bit. We're at 199 bushels pretty much an acre, which is still pretty good. So we'll go ahead and close the pipe, get this all activated again, and continue on with the harvest. And we should be seeing Bobby pretty soon. Be real nice to be able to get the team back here and finish summer off strong. And we got our fall harvest that we got to do. Grapes are going to be ready soon. And so is the soybeans, I believe, will be ready in September. Either September or October. And then the corn after that. So a lot to do still this year. But things are in the up and up. Whiskey's getting made, maple and regular. We're gonna be making some bourbon soon and some vodka. Living the dream. All right, Bobby has joined us. Get this unloaded, and we're, a little bit of ways from heading over to the distilleries and getting the bourbon activated. Now that we're busting through this, I'm a little worried that we're gonna have enough wheat to fully populate those distilleries, but we'll know in short amount of time. I might actually just take what we have and get one of them going and let Bobby continue with the harvest. Yeah, about 800 bushels is what we'll have. I think that'd be a good amount to just take over to the distilleries and get them all established. So go ahead and let Bobby get going on the harvest, and we will head to the distilleries. Oh yeah, plenty of product over here. Let's go ahead and drop off this first amount at this one, and while that's unloading, I will hop in and let them know this is ready to turn on. Oh, I was speaking backwards. The vodka is from the wheat. I'm silly. And bourbon's from the corn. I knew that. And let's see. We want to get vodka to spawn. See if it takes all of this wheat here. It'll just under 1,000 bushels, I believe, is what the total is. Let's go ahead and take a peek at that. See how it's doing for the barley as well. So we have, just under 1,000 bushels of barley left, 861 there. Yeast will have to get over here soon. Water is absolutely fine. All right, one facility completely full. I'm starting to worry that we're not going to be able to completely fill all of these. So I might go and start spreading out the wheat, but we might be able to get enough. Our two facilities are all activated and, well, now they're activated and producing vodka for us. Here we go. We'll get the rest of this little amount in the one behind it. And we'll see how much we have left. I don't think we're definitely not going to have extra to sell, which is fine. We weren't really banking on it when we first planted the wheat, so this is good. I didn't think I'd have 4 of these facilities either, so we'll see how far it goes. There's not a ton left to harvest, but I am going to risk it and fill up this 3rd one before starting to populate the 4th one. And we'll see how much we have left to get the 4th one going, but we should at least get, you know, maybe 6 to 9 months production out of the 4th one, if not the full year. Shouldn't be too bad. Was hoping it wasn't just this. Okay, it's going to be a little bit more in the back. So we'll have, well, we'll see. We'll see. Getting ahead of myself here. Let's see how much of this goes in. Pretty much all of it. Okay. Please stop. 140. So we'll get 140 and whatever's left in the last facility. And they should be probably... Bobby will probably be done by the time I get back, because I'm going to have to loop around this parking lot. I guess it's not a parking lot, really. It's a business structure here. We didn't really build any parking into it. Whoopsie. So here we go. We'll get 140 in here. And, you know, it's better than nothing. And we'll go ahead and let them know to activate vodka on this facility. All right, let's head back and see what's left in the harvester, because that's all that's going to get to this facility. And yeah, another awesome harvest done. Going to be less than 400. Yeah, 234 bushels. So a little over 400 in that one. Not the best.